talking about what a year of owning the Vulcan S has been like. This was my second motorcycle. The first one was a Suzuki S50 Boulevard, which I really didn't like. So I moved up to this, and as I said, I've owned it for a year, and so far it's been great. It's got the 649 parallel twin from the Versus 650 and the Ninja 650 at about 46 foot-pounds of torque, which on a bike this size is fantastic. I've never had any issues with it. And yeah, it's been pretty good so far. So today I'll take you guys around the bike, I'll show you the exhaust, and we'll take it out on the road, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So just taking a look at the bike, it really is a beautiful bike. I got it in the Kawasaki green, and I mean, it is just really eye-catching, which is one of the reasons I got it, because hopefully it's something that you know, someone will see. So I'll show you guys the display a little bit, and I'll show you the exhaust noise. That is the stock pipe, and it's all right. It sounds pretty good in the high revs, but you know, when it's idling, it's pretty tame. So let's start this thing up. Let's do this one-handed. There we go. So that's how she sounds, just idling. Yeah, so it sounds pretty good. We got a throttle by Kegel, which I'll talk a little bit about in the test ride. It's pretty good, but there are some gripes that I have with it. So yeah, that's how she sounds. This is the gauge cluster, which I absolutely love. It's the you know, I've been on a few bikes, and this is definitely the best one. You have your fuel, you have you know, you have your speed right in the middle, and you have a analog tachometer, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a lot of bikes where they had it digital and analog on the same bike. So you can go through here. I think it's that button. You can go through there, look at your miles, look at trip, back to miles. You can look at your you know, how many miles till empty, which it's blank right now because I'm not going. Fuel economy, you can see I'm doing 51 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. And that's it. So let's take this thing on the road, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Alright guys, riding the Vulcan S. So I have had this bike for, I don't know, 11 months, almost a year, if not a year. And so far, I don't have many complaints. I do have a few. Ooh, pretty birds. I do have a few, and I'll go over them in the video. But most of what I have to say about this bike is pretty positive. As I said, it has like 61 horsepower, 46 foot-pounds of torque, and I think the saving grace of this motorcycle, the amazing thing about it, is the torque that it puts out. This bike weighs about 490 pounds, and you know, almost 50 pound-feet of torque is not bad at all. That's pretty enjoyable. Let's let this big garbage truck get by. I mean, woo! Yeah, I love this bike. So let's talk about if this bike is a beginner bike. Is it an intermediate bike? What the freak was coming out of that car? Let's talk about that. I would say it's in between. So I think that a beginner could hop on this bike and really enjoy it. I think it could be a really great beginner bike. But I also think that it could be a little intimidating. You know, it is up until about 5,000 RPM. It doesn't want to do a whole lot. Its best zone is as a second bike. You know, you hopped on a 250, you owned a 250 for 6 months, and you decided that, let's make sure that, and you decided that it was time to move up to something else, and you wanted a 650 bike. And I think that's where this bike really excels. So you have, you know, your 250, and then you hop on this, and then you're just not as bored. Because, you know, let's face it, you're on a 250, you're going to get bored pretty quickly. Another great thing about this bike is that I think that you could hop on this bike as a beginner or an intermediate rider, and I think that it could be your last bike that you ever have. And not because you died, but because you just enjoyed it and it did what you needed it to do, and it was enough for you. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't over the top, but it didn't bore you. Wow, this weather is absolutely amazing. I'm in Florida right now, and gosh, you couldn't ask for any better weather. But yeah, so I think that, you know, that is a really cool thing about this bike. So for me, I do plan on moving up, and especially if these videos take off. You know, I know this video is going to be a little rough around the edges. This is my first video. I'm still learning. I need to learn how to edit and all that. But yeah, if these videos take off, yeah, I do think that I'll move up. I really want an FZ07. That's where my brain is at, because something about this bike that is a little frustrating is I wouldn't call it playful. You know, it is so predictable. Every move about it, you know what it's gonna do. Wow, why is everyone just stopped in that lane? So right now I am taking you guys to one of my favorite roads. So I'll get back to you guys when we get to that road. Here we go, guys. We're getting on a Pixiola, which is like a little outcrop into a lake. It's a peninsula. It's like a mini Florida. And yeah, this is my favorite road to kind of hop on and enjoy. So what else can I say about this bike after a year of ownership? What have I done to it? I have done nothing other than change the oil and clean the chain. I have done nothing. I have left it completely bone stock because I want it to last. You know, the more you futz with a bike, the less reliable it's going to be. You know, one of these days I might put an aftermarket pipe on it, but I've heard some of them and they're just so damn loud that it's not any fun. So I've been talking all good things about this bike. What don't I like about it? What in the year of owning it has annoyed me? The throttle has annoyed me. Let me tell you why. It has this really weird kind of on-off, and the Z650 is plugged with the same thing. I'm sure it's the same throttle, the same wire, everything, but it's just not predictable. It's not smooth. It's just it's twitchy, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like something that they worked hard on. It doesn't seem smooth. It doesn't seem well engineered. It's you know, it kind of feels like garbage. The on-off is just not good, which, you know, when you're going 50 miles an hour, ooh, let's do a turn, a quick corner here. Woo! But yeah, you know, when you're going this speed, it's not a big deal. But when you're going downtown, you're going 25, 30, it's really frustrating. I look like Eric Trump. But yeah, it's really frustrating, and you do start to notice it quite a lot. So that is my biggest gripe about this bike, is that throttle. Other than that throttle, you know, other characteristics of the throttle, once you're out of that kind of on-off zone, it is super linear. I mean, it's super linear. The bike feels great. There's nothing weird. It goes like you'd expect it to go. But it is kind of annoying, the on and off. So yeah, that's the main thing that I don't like about it. Another thing that I don't like about it is the seat is not comfortable. The seat is not comfortable at all. I don't know why the seat feels like this. I don't know why they couldn't put a little bit of extra R&D into the seat, but they didn't, and it doesn't feel good. And you start to notice it after, you know, even if you're on the saddle for 45 minutes, you're like, wow, my ass kind of hurts. But so it's the seat and the throttle. The throttle's annoying. So let's do a little pull here, because I haven't really showed you guys that. So let's do a little pull. Around a corner. Oh, it loves it all day long. Woo. Woo. Ah, man. You know, it's only a 650, but geez, it's fun. It is so much fun. And you know, flickable, and just a lot of fun. I don't, you know, I talk about getting an FC07, but man, do I really need it? Because this is just enough fun for me. And this weather, oh my god. So that's I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I have a lot of other stuff that I want to do that's not going to be on motorcycles. I have some car stuff. I have a 95 Trans Am in the shop that needs some work, and I hope to put that on the channel. And hey, if you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like it, tell me what I can improve, because this is my first video and I am a total noob and I don't know a whole lot of what I'm doing. So yeah, don't be mean or anything, but you know, put down in the comments what I could do to improve this. Could it be a better microphone, a better camera angle? You know, what could I do to this video to make it better? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good day.